Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I really thought part 6 of my living room renovation was going to be it. I was going to get everything done, but I still have a few things that I need to finish up, so I guess there will have to be a part 7. Right now, I am in my dining room just finishing up some of the baseboards in here. I had taken out the old baseboards and put a 1x4 at the bottom for the board and batten, but there were a couple pieces that I hadn't had time to finish up yet. So I had some leftover 1x4s from the living room, so I'm using those pieces to finish up here in the dining room. And there's my dog Teddy. He is very ornery, but he's a super sweet snuggler, and we love him very much, even though he barks like crazy all the time. So there's no way that I could leave the sound on in this portion of the video. He looks sweet, but trust me, he can be pretty ornery. So I'm finishing up these baseboards in here, and I'm going to touch up some of the paint and try to get this dining room 100% finished. If I can get anything 100% finished in this house. I mean, that is the goal, right? But I'm working on it, so I'll let you watch some of this portion of me just touching things up. So this is where my dining room is right now, and I can see under the buffet that I still need to finish up the baseboard down there, but I ran out of paint, so I guess that will have to be for another day. And now we are back in the living room. I'm taping up the wood trim so that I can put in wood filler and sand that down. The wood filler is for the nail holes, and there are portions where the wood trim does not meet up exactly flush with the walls. I mean, the walls are not perfectly straight, so that will happen. So I am putting wood filler in like the back portion of the wood trim also. And I'm going to put that in there, let that dry, and sand that down so I can get ready to stain. Okay, so this portion of the trim, I was so confused right here because I kept putting wood filler in like the little crack in the back of the wood trim, and I just kept pushing it in there and pushing it in there, and I was putting so much wood filler in and I didn't understand where it was going. I mean, I know that there was a gap, the whole portion of the wood trim part, and some into the MDF 1x4, but I was putting a lot of wood filler in there and I did not understand what was going on. And you'll see here in a minute, I realized the wood filler is just falling to the floor. It's falling behind the wood trim and behind the 1x4. And since I did not caulk underneath the 1x4, it's just falling straight to the floor. And I tried to like slow it down so you could actually see that there goes one. It just fell to the floor, and I was like, wait, where's this wood filler on the floor? What is happening? I was so confused at this point, and I just had to I was just looking at it like, what is going on? And then it just dawned on me, it's falling straight through to the floor. So I'm wiping it down, and I'm going to get some caulk, and then I have to caulk underneath the 1x4, which that is still white because I ran out of blue paint, so I didn't have enough for that. So it's just one thing after the other, and you know, you try to move on and then 2 steps back and you're trying to finish something else, but it will get done eventually. It's just all these little things that just add up when you're trying to finish a space, and it just takes so much time, but I am determined to get this living room finished 100%, and I will get there. So now we're on the other side of the living room. Same thing. I'm just taping and putting in the wood filler. I did want to talk about the collage frames above the couch. I did buy one more at Hobby Lobby, the one on the right that doesn't have the pictures in it yet. And I was thinking about buying another one and putting it on the left and just having 3 of these collage frames above the couch. I think since I'm going for a more minimal look with my decor, that I'm not going to put all of my signs and the lanterns and everything back up. I really like the look of these collage frames, and I think since we have so many pictures on our phones and on social media, I really just want to print a lot of them out and just put them in these collage frames, and I think it will look really good just having 3 of them above the couch. I probably did hang them a little high. I'm pretty tall. I'm like 5'11", so I tend to hang things higher than they probably should be, so I think I need to lower them a little bit, but I really like the way they look, and I think it'll look nice having 3 up there. And I guess I didn't hit record or something happened with the video. I'm not really sure, but I do not have a video of myself staining this wood, but it turned out really good. I'm really happy with the way it looks. It's a little bit lighter than the shelves, but it matches our floor really well, and I like that. I don't mind having different colors of stains in the same room. I know some people don't like that, but I don't mind it. I like the way it looks. So I'm really happy with the way this stain looks. And now I'm just taking the tape off. There were a couple of spots where the stain bled through, and I thought I was going to have to touch that up with the white paint, but I actually took a rag and just wiped it off, and it came right off of the white paint. I guess it's because of the sheen that I used on the white. I think it's semi-gloss, and so those little spots of stain just wiped right off. It worked perfectly, and it looks so good. I'm just really happy with the way it looks. Okay, so while the wood filler dries in the living room, I'm coming back over here to the entryway to kind of work on this, the shelf up here, and the top of the bench. So initially when I was planning this out, I was going to put this wood piece on top of the bench and then put like, I don't know what that would be, 1.5 inch piece of trim all the way across here to go across the corner, and then the side, put a piece of trim all the way around to cover up the white. I wanted both of them here. I didn't want to take the white off because I wanted that extra stability. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I'm not going to do the trim because, one, it's an added expense. I don't have enough trim, so I'd have to buy some pieces. And two, it already sticks out pretty far when you walk up and down these stairs. Don't mind these bottom stairs that aren't even done yet. But when you walk up and down these stairs, I cut this at an angle because it scared me enough having that point right there for the kids when they're coming up and down the stairs. So if I add a piece of trim on here, that's going to add an extra, I mean, it may only be like 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch, whatever, but it's just an added piece to make it even wider coming out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the white part blue and fill in those gaps, those little like gouges right there. Fill those in with like caulk or wood filler or whatever, and paint that blue, and then stain the top. And I'll stain the bins to match the top. So we'll have, everything will be blue, and then I'll just attach the top with wood glue. I'll just clamp it and nail it down, and then it'll have that extra stability. It fits really nicely since I cut the batten strips here. It fits in there really nicely. I did buy a tiny piece of, not tiny, like a small 8-foot long piece of trim, and I am going to run a piece of trim all the way around here just to close in that gap, because some of the, like this over here, it got torn up quite a bit when I was cutting that piece off. So I'm going to put that trim all the way around, and I think that'll look really nice. So then I'm going to cut the piece for the shelf up here. I've got that right here. I'm going to cut that and put that up there too. So I am going to end this video right now. I've got all these little things that I need to finish up. So please come back for part 7. And as always, thanks for watching.